Hi everyone and welcome to the image of the day. But before that, wishing you all a very happy Independence Day. So what is the IOTD? That is the image of the day and the ongoing 10 p.m. series. So if you remember, a few days back we spoke about a very important series of mylopoiesis where we were talking about the different WBCs, and I hope now when I show you this particular series, all of you can very well see from the labeling as well that today we are going to quickly talk about, in less than 5 minutes, we'll talk about erythropoiesis. Once I'm done with this erythropoiesis today, the last series of the bone marrow that I'm left with, that is the platelet, I'll be taking that up tomorrow. So talking about what is this bone marrow series, so if we have to go in order and I ask you which is the very first cell of the series, it is a pronormoblast. Some people call it pronormoblast. Some authors also like to call it as proerythroblast. So it means the same. Basically, when this word pro and blast comes together, you know that's the very first cell of the RBC series. After that, you have to cut out this pro, you have to get rid of this pro and just keep the normoblast. So there are 3 stages of normoblast that are there, which I've labeled it in a very easy manner. How do they call it? Early normoblast, intermediate normoblast, and a late normoblast. So till the time the word blast is coming in this series, remember, till this time there is a nucleus that is present in the cells. So how do I learn it? Till the time the word blast is coming in the cells, the nucleus is going to be present. So if I ask you which is the first cell in the RBC series without a nucleus, and you will say that's a reticulocyte. From here onwards there is no nucleus present. Also, this division is very important because whatever is there till the blast phase is going to be in the bone marrow. So this particular series, all these cells are present in the bone marrow. So if I ask you which is the first cell which is present in the peripheral blood of the patient, that is also going to be a reticulocyte. So repeating for all of you, all the cells with the word blast, they are going to have a nucleus. They will be present in the bone marrow. Reticulocyte will be the first cell without a nucleus, and it will be the first cell in the peripheral blood. However, if you see this terminology, early, intermediate, late, they've given it better words. What do they call it? They've given it in order. If you want to learn, they call it BPO. What is BPO? BPO stands for basophilic normoblast, polychromatophilic normoblast, and orthochromic normoblast. So learn early, intermediate, late. That was an AIMS question also. You had to arrange it in the right order. Basophilic normoblast, polychromatophilic normoblast, and orthochromic normoblast, BPO. Now let's see, how do I actually identify these cells? You will say, ma'am, now all of these are going to have a nucleus. How do I identify which stage I am at? Remember, as you grow from top to bottom, the size of the nucleus is going to decrease. So let me show you how it goes about. So see, this is day 1. This is the first cell, guys. What is the first cell of the red blood cell series? It is the proerythroblast. So yes, this was the proerythroblast. Then do you see you had to get rid of the pro. Now you're left with early, intermediate, and late. Or can I call them B, P, and O? So let's go one by one. I told you that till the time you use the word blast, you are supposed to keep the nucleus. Have you kept the nucleus everywhere? Yes. But do you notice as you're going from top to bottom, there are 2 findings you have to see. Do you see the nucleus is becoming smaller in size as you're going from the topmost to the bottommost? Do you also see a change in the color of the cytoplasm? See, initially it's very blue, then a little lighter blue, then it started getting that little bit of hemoglobin tinge, and then it's becoming more pinkish. So now can you understand, the hemoglobin production is also increasing. So as you move from top to bottom, the cells are becoming more pink, means the hemoglobin amount is increasing and the nucleus is becoming lesser, smaller in size. The blast phase is over, and do you see the nucleus is almost ready to be kicked out of the cell. So what is the first cell that is going to be present without a nucleus and in the peripheral blood is a reticulocyte. Once that reticulocyte comes out into the blood, once this reticulocyte comes out into the blood, it's only going to take 1 or 2 days and is going to mature into a proper red blood cell. So what is the last thing that you have to know about this reticulocyte? I've got you 2 pictures over here. Guys, very commonly you will see that there is a word used polychromatophil and there is a word used reticulocyte. And how are they same or how are they different? First and foremost, reticulocyte and a polychromatophil is exactly the same. So this big cell over here, this is a polychromatophil, and this cell with blue dots, that is a reticulocyte, but they're essentially the same. Then why have I given them different colors? Because I've used different stains. Remember, if I've used the Romanovsky family of stains, if I've used the usual, that's the usual family of stain that I use in hematology, if I've used Romanovsky family, can you see the cells are having a bluish tinge? Over here, they are not that typical pinkish red color of a red blood cell. They have this bluish tinge. So I call them multiple colors, polychromatophil, polychromatophil on a Romanovsky stain. But when I use this second stain, I see that blue color is because of what? I see those blue color dots. They indicate that it contains RNA. Reticulocyte actually contains RNA. And how did I prove it? I used a stain called new methylene blue. So remember, if the examiner says that you've used new methylene blue, terminology of the cell will be a reticulocyte. If the examiner says it is a Romanovsky stain, your terminology will be a polychromatophil. So coming back, finally, first you have the 4 blasts which are in the bone marrow, which have a nucleus. After that you have a reticulocyte which is not in the marrow, which is come out in the blood, which does not have a nucleus. The last image for the day. All these red blood cell precursors, all of them, the erythropoietic lineage, you call it an erythroblastic island. They are always present in the form of a cluster. Why are they present as a cluster? Because they are present around a cell. They are taking their nutrition from a cell. From which cell are they taking their nutrition? From a macrophage. You tell me, what nutrition do they want? What nutrition does a red blood cell want? It wants to make a lot of hemoglobin. For hemoglobin, don't you feel it needs iron? So the macrophage is also said to be a nurse cell. Why is it a nurse cell? Because it is a source. It's nursing the cells. It's giving the cells iron. So remember, if they ask you which lineage of the red blood cells is present in the form of an island around a macrophage, it's the red blood cell lineage. Why is it around a macrophage? Because it gets its iron from the macrophage. Well, that is the last thing. And yes, with that, we are done with IOTD, image of the day. Just giving you an update that this particular IOTD series will be every day at 10 o'clock. This happens to be the 7th part. So if you missed out on the previous 6, there's a playlist. You can always get back and view them. And if you are continuing from today, then tomorrow again at 10 o'clock, we are going to meet with the same. Thanks a lot for joining in. Good night.